Boston Celtics are hitting the road after the tough loss against the Oklahoma City Thunder on Sunday night. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Mike Petraglia. We've got a matchup with the Indiana Pacers, which right now, if the season were to end today, is who they'd face in the first round of the playoffs. So this is a potential preview of what we're going to see come April. But what do the Celtics really need to figure out in this game against Indiana?
Spacing. They have got to be able to do a better job of spacing the ball. And I think you saw a lot of that return with Gordon Hayward back in the lineup here on Sunday at TD Garden. But, you know, they faced the Pacers last year in the playoffs without Victor Oladipo. And, you know, with Victor Oladipo back in the lineup for the Pacers, these teams kind of mirror each other. They both know who to turn to late in the game offensively. One is Jason Tatum, and the other is Oladipo. I think there's obviously the Celtics have a few more weapons than the Pacers do in guys like Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown when he comes back, and obviously Gordon Hayward. So I think, you know, the Celtics are in prime position to make a statement, if you will, going into Indianapolis and saying, look, we know we've been struggling it late at home, but we're going to have to prove ourselves on the road. Maybe this is a way that the Celtics kind of find themselves and find what their toughness is made of.
After the loss on Sunday night, the Celtics are 2.5 games behind Toronto in second place, and they're 2 games up on Miami in fourth place. So they're technically closer to that 4 seed than they are to that 2 seed right now. So the number 3 is looking about where they're going to end up. Are the Pacers the most favorable matchup for the Celtics in the first round if they end up with that number 3 seed?
Yes, and, you know, obviously the way the Sixers are playing right now, they're playing horribly, and if you get home court advantage, the Sixers obviously are a disaster on the road, but the size of the Sixers still concern me, and, you know, the Sixers were able to come in here into Boston back in December and win a game, so they have that feeling like they can win a game here, and obviously the length of the Sixers would give the Celtics problems. And that is the one thing I think the Celtics certainly want to avoid. I think with the Pacers, the Celtics have, as we just mentioned, a few more scoring options, and I think there'd be a bigger comfort level there.
When Joel Embiid wants to take over, he can, and I don't think the Celtics have anyone that can
Well, they
stop
don't.
him.
And was part of the problem here on Sunday is that, again, teams are getting into the paint with authority, and if they're not making the layup, not getting a bucket close to the basket, they're getting to the free throw line, and that is certainly what the Sixers are capable of. I don't think as much the Pacers, though I think the Pacers will have that opportunity to show that they can be physical this week.
This Garden Report is brought to you by CarShield, America's #1 auto protection provider. Call 800-CAR-6000 and mention code GARDEN, or go to their website at carshield.com and use code GARDEN for 10% off. For all the rest of our Celtics content, head to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.